Hi.
You say we'll just improv for the intro, and then you
Hey,
just go hi, which I think is how you started the last episode as well, and the one before
Probably.
that.
Probably. We used to have like
Remember,
an
you
hi.
intro.
went, "Did I?" That was one of the intros recently.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean,
Yeah.
who's grabbing the
Hunter
ukulele
say,
here?
howdy, cowboys. Welcome back to the ranch.
Howdy, cowboys. Welcome back to the ranch. Here on A Hero Story, we talk all things comic and dairy, I
All
guess.
things comic.
We
One
talk
comic and a
lassos,
lot
we
of
talk
dairy.
saddles, we talk stirrups, we talk
Mhm.
horseshoes, we talk building fences,
We
we
talk
talk
clingy things on the back of your shoes.
And good old dirt
Spurs.
roads.
We talk big gloves. We
Yeah.
talk feathers tucked into your hat. We talk a lot of it. We talk tumbleweeds.
Yeah.
Oh, we
This is
love
what the podcast is
Horses.
tumbleweeds.
about.
Horses.
Horses.
Yeah.
I think horses were brought up already. Oh, it's got a
I have
cowboy
one
hat.
Talk.
too, but I'm not gonna go get it.
You look hilarious. You look like fucking Alan Grant.
Yeah, it's an Alan Grant.
And this year on A Hero Story, we're
You say
here
that
to-
you say that as an insult, but Alan Grant.
I didn't say it
the
isn't an
goat.
insult. I just said it.
You said
just
it. You literally
look
said
like it.
you look like fucking Ellen Grant, you fucking pussy. And I was like, what? Come on, man.
Yeah, that's
I don't
true.
remember the
You
last
didn't
part.
you didn't have to swear, Tyler.
I don't remember, but I probably said it. So
Yeah, there was quite a few slurs. But welcome to A Hero Story. Hey,
You were wrong about that, just like you were wrong about the Flash.
we uploaded Timmy's talk the other day, which is just on our YouTube. So if you guys want to hear us talk all things Spider-Man, specifically Miles Morales, we did a big discussion there, as well as other things such as speeding tickets.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Oh my god. How
We
you
also-
how you feeling with that? How's that hitting you?
I haven't paid
$400.
it. I haven't paid it yet.
Are you gonna pay it?
Well, yeah.
I mean, sometimes you don't. You can just go on the run.
Oh, I guess.
You could go, Hunter. This is your opportunity to go rogue. When was the
Oh.
last time you thought about going rogue?
Yeah, dude,
I
go
haven't,
rogue.
in general.
That
Should
would be
I?
sick, dude. That
You
would be so
good
sick.
rogue.
Go rogue.
We're like,
They
where's
show up
Hunter?
to your
But
He's
still
door.
upload A Hero Story.
No, from like the woods, like a cabin or something.
Oh,
That would be
okay.
so sick.
Maybe let's say if for people listening, if you go on YouTube, okay, here I was going to mention that Harper uploaded like an apology video and has over 50 likes, which is pretty big for a small podcast here. So if this video gets 50 likes, I will seriously go rogue.
He'll go rogue. He
I will
won't
go
pay his
rogue.
parking
He'll
ticket or his
seriously
parking
go
ticket, his
rogue.
speeding ticket.
Yeah,
He'll go rogue. He'll fight the Canadian government. Which, you know what? Props to you.
like
I'll
so if
show
you're
my balls if
listening
we get
on-
50.
well, sorry, well,
I prefer the rogue
okay,
thing.
yeah, I think the
Views.
we'll start.
Views.
Oh, we
No,
break
no,
that
no, no.
every time.
Yeah.
So, if you're listening on Spotify or iTunes, head over to YouTube, give it a like, and then you can come back. And yeah, 50 likes, I'll go rogue. I'm gonna rewatch Rogue Nation probably tonight because I'm seeing Mission
Rogue
Impossible in
One,
like 2 weeks.
superior. Nah, Rogue Nation actually is good as fuck.
They're both
Rogue Nation
good.
is good. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Rogue
both
One.
good.
Oh, is Rogue One not superior to Rogue Nation? That's a
Nah,
question for
Rogue
me to think
Rogue One
about
is Rogue
for
One's
the
the
rest
best
of the
Star Wars
podcast.
movie ever made. So.
It isn't. There's no
It is.
fucking way you think
No,
that. That's such a
please don't get
stupid
into this.
opinion.
Please don't get it.
Oh, God.
It was a joke. It was a joke. Please don't attack me, Jesus Christ. I mean, it's better than The Last Jedi, but that's not even up for debate. So
Listen, that could have been a Timmy's Talk discussion, or even
it's
a
an
Hero
actual
Story, Star Wars
opinion.
story.
I believe that shit.
Rogue Nation's better than Rogue
We're
One.
back to being on script
Mm.
here.
Rogue Nation's better than The Last Jedi.
Another kind of cool thing, if you guys didn't check out Timmy's Talk, we had a special guest on there, JD.
JD, yeah.
Was
Yes.
Timmy's
Special
Talk
guest,
as a
special
special-
guest.
Oh, we actually no,
star.
we have to sort of vaguely address that JD is gonna hopefully, fingers crossed,
You're gonna
touch
jinx
wood.
it.
Don't
said
step
it.
on a crack. Yeah,
Did he say it? He said it on
he's
the
gonna be
podcast.
back. He's gonna be
He said
back
on Timmy's
hopefully.
Talk. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on Timmy's Talk, yeah. So, oh man, get a bit of Josh
That is obviously
DeGrizzle.
our spin-off show. That's our that's the spectacular Spider-Man to this podcast's amazing Spider-Man. Or that's the web of Spider-Man to this podcast's amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Or that's
just
the Peter Parker, the spectacular Spider-Man to this
Action Comics to
amazing Spider-Man.
Superman, stuff like that.
Or the adjectiveless
Where
Spider-Man
where
to
is
this podcast's
Chasm in
amazing
all of this?
Spider-Man.
Where's
Ben Riley?
Yeah, where's Chasm?
Who
Yeah.
is Ben Riley out of us?
Out of us,
Yeah.
Out of
Probably
us,
Hunter.
you. Yeah,
Oh.
here for you.
Okay.
You
Okay.
radiate
maybe
idiot
it's
dumb
Harper.
clone energy.
Ugh,
Me,
how could
I'm
you
Uncle
say
Ben,
that?
motherfucker.
I
I'm
could
Uncle
see
Ben.
you guys being Ben and Kane, Ben Riley and Kane, but that someone has to be Peter then.
Do you want to be
Um,
Peter?
I mean, I could be Peter.
No, JD is
I mean,
Kane
I
because
could
he's
be
never
Peter.
here.
Tyler,
That's
if
true.
if Tyler's
He
Peter,
disappeared.
Tyler is blonde Chris Pine Peter, and Hunter and I are Peter B.
Your shoes are
Yeah,
untied.
we're Peter B.
Stick's
Where
kind
they-
of a
we
onesie,
just-
so
We had
I
so
don't have to
many
deal with
problems for one life, so they split us in two. Basically. But yeah, Peter B and
God.
I could be Ben then.
it's Peter B Parker A and Peter B Parker B.
Yes, okay.
Amazing.
Yeah, confusing,
Actually,
but
I
it
saw
works.
that. Fun fact. I saw this about the Spider-Verse movies.
16,
Miles is
616.
16. Did you see this? Yeah,
And he's
6
like,
1
"Hey."
1 1610B is his universe. I thought that was interesting. They're really
so
trying
is,
to make it
so
so
is
it's
Peter's.
still all
Peter is
it still
616B.
works.
Fun
Yeah.
fact, yeah. Whatever that means. I'm
So
sure they'll
like the
explain that in the
comics
next
are
movie.
still connected, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, there's that one as well. It's like, I guess, yeah, a parallel exact universe, but not the same at all, really.
Because yeah, even when they're showing Spider-Man characters just being introduced when they're first in the Spider Society, you see little like the comic text being like, "This person's
Yeah.
from Earth."
Oh, we got to
616.
talk about
Hey,
something that's not
616.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, okay.
I know I've had a
Superman.
change of heart, but we have to talk
Oh,
about.
should we just get into it? Oh yeah. The greatest news that we could get in such a troubling times as it is in 2023.
Is it
They're
the
making a
best
new
news we
Superman
could
movie
get?
and they cast the main characters.
I mean, we already knew
Yeah.
that they were making a new Superman.
Lay it on us,
I know,
Tyler.
but they're
lay
actually
lay
gonna
it on
make
us.
it, man.
Yeah, you're the
So-
Superman guy.
Let's do it. Let's go back to the podcast.
Let's do this one
7
last
to 8
time.
months ago. David Corn Sweat will be our new
Awful
Superman. I don't know. I have no opinions on his name either way. Really, I mean,
No, I was
David. It's not a great name. It's not.
My name's
It's no Henry
Josh.
Cavill.
I'm not talking about. Yeah.
David Corn Sweat from the show Hollywood or the movie Pearl, where he gets brutally murdered by Mia Goth, and she's like,
Mm.
"Why do you not want to be with me?" And he's like, "You're scaring me, Pearl." Fantastic movie. And Rachel. Oh God, how do you fucking pronounce it?
Brosnahan.
Brosnahan. Yeah, is going to be Lois Lane, known as Midge, the main character in Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
They are both.
Emmy Award winner.
Oh, she's the star. I didn't know that.
She's Mrs.
That-
Marvel.
okay.
She is the
Yeah.
eponymous Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. So, that's
They,
our Lois and Clark, and it's really just
they-
perfect. You look at it and you're just like, "Oh
Yeah.
wow, they nailed it."
I don't think I've ever seen such a home run, especially for both of them, Clark and Lois.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like the every picture you see of her, you're like, oh yeah,
yeah, Lois
You
Lane.
can
that's
see
it.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
that's
could
it.
totally
There it
see
is. Yeah, and
Yeah,
like,
and even-
I mean, we already
Yeah.
know that she's a great actress, but like, just
She's got
Yeah,
like
man.
the wit. She's got like the Lois Lane, can-do attitude, the spunk.
short.
Is that the right
she's
word?
Fucking short as fuck.
Yeah.
She is short as fuck, and he's tall as fuck.
He's 6'4".
Yeah.
6'4". He's the tallest Superman since Christopher Reeve, which is I guess
Mm.
pretty cool. So, and yeah, she might be the shortest
Suck
Lois
shit,
Lane. I
Henry
don't know.
Cavill, you bitch. You
He's
short
a
bitch.
foot. He's a foot taller than her, which is awesome.
I
don't know why
he's
that's
a foot
awesome,
taller
but
than Henry Cavill.
He's 3 inches taller than Henry
Like Henry-
Cavill, which is still like considerably taller than.
Hey,
a
3
person.
inches is 3 inches is massive. 3 inches is actually really, really
It
big. I
is
hear
for
that
you.
3 inches is super, super big. I actually hear that 2.5 is actually quite adequate, and people would be happy.
Where do you
with
hear
it.
that from?
Yeah, no. So I
So,
think the
but-
casting is actually quite good.
But it's so good. One thing I really love about this is that they cast them both at the same time, meaning that like
Mm.
Lois isn't just going to be some side character, some anything. She's
Exactly.
going to be
Man of
like a
Steel.
protagonist. Yeah, god
I-
damn. What did they do with Lois in those
He did
movies?
nothing.
I gotta.
I like Amy
No,
Adams as
she
Lois
went
too. I think
on the
I think
ship at
that's a
the
good
end to get the
cast.
key. She was in the
That's
That's
action.
true.
No,
She got
she-
hit by that
she
fucking
did
robot. Remember, she
things.
took
We're
a
not
picture of that robot and it
doing
slapped
action.
her against a wall. It flung her against a wall.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, and she like cut like deep into her stomach or something too, because then Clark
Yeah.
had to like.
Do you remember when in the movie they
I'm
say,
sorry.
"Don't go
what?
out exploring because we're not going to find you until like next year"? and then Superman just like leaves her out in the ice, and then they somehow find her the next morning, even though they specifically said they wouldn't find her for like 6 months.
Yeah.
Ugh. Remember when Jonathan Kent jumped into that tornado?
Yeah.
Hey, you tell me those movies don't make fucking sense. Yeah.
I like
I'm
Man of
so
Steel, but yeah,
happy
no, it
that
has.
we're moving past this. That's the main thing for me, is that we're finally moving the fuck on. It's been in limbo for
It's
so
done,
long.
yeah.
And now we're just like, no, new Superman, new Lois. We're really starting fresh here.
It's crazy that this universe has lived and died in between Hulk movie and, I don't know, season 10 of She-Hulk when that eventually comes out. Like, the MCU will be trucking along with
its
great
40th year.
or garbage. It'll still be going, but this has lived and died in like 2 phases of that
It wasn't even
franchise.
Hulk movie, no, because it was
Nuts.
Man of Steel was 2000.
Dude, Man of Steel
2013.
came out. It came out the same year as Iron Man 3. Think of that. Like, Iron Man 3 feels like, all right, we're already into this. Like, it's
Iron Man
crazy.
3 was, and that was also still forever ago.
And also after Man of Steel, we got
Man of Steel.
We got nothing for 3 years.
Yeah. I mean, we don't need to harp on it, because we always do. But that universe, like, it was a fucking mess, and thank God they're putting it out of its misery. I won't miss it. There's nothing in it I will miss in the slightest.
Really,
you'll miss Henry a little bit.
We're not going to miss Peacemaker. He's coming back. I'm not going to miss him. Harley's probably going to come back. But I'm not going to miss Henry. I'm not going to miss Ben. I'm not going to miss Gal. I'm not going to miss Ezra. I'm not going to miss
Black Adam.
Black Adam, not going to miss him.
Man, Shazam.
There's no way. No, I'm not going to miss any of them. Fucking wipe it clean. We're starting again, and it's so beautiful, man.
I did like that you said. I like that you said before, like, oh, the one thing I really like about this casting, as if like it's not everything to you. Like, this is everything.
That's true.
This is your everything.
And
the one thing I like.
It's finally here. I don't know.
People online, they're just like, wow, they replaced Henry Cavill with just like discount Henry Cavill. He looks just like Henry Cavill.
He looks like Superman.
Do you know what Henry Cavill looks like? do you know who he looks like?
Yeah, describe Henry Cavill to me. He's a white guy with a chiseled jaw.
He looks like Superman, much like
he's got brown hair. Yeah, he looks like Superman.
Yeah, so they
also I don't want to rip on like Henry Cavill. I really like Henry Cavill.
Do it.
But,
I love him.
But David Corenswet has a far more established career than Henry Cavill ever had before and after playing Superman. I think he's a far more established and impressive actor. Yes, 100%.
I think he's a better actor than Henry.
Name 3 things that Henry Cavill has appeared in outside of anything that's good. Name 3 good things he's been in.
Mission Impossible.
He was good in that, but he got hooked in the head.
He did the arm reload though. You forget that.
I fucking love that. Yeah,
that's it though. I know JD. If JD is here, he'd be screaming the man from Uncle. It's all right. I did not like season 1 of The Witcher.
I didn't like season 2, but I like season 1. Season 3 is out today, so I'll check that out.
And apparently it's good. So contrary to my point,
mid.
I heard it was mid.
Well, I heard differently than you. So what I heard is probably right, and what you heard is probably also right.
I actually think that he is a good Sherlock Holmes in the Holmes movies.
David Corenswet.
I've never watched them.
I watched them and I thought he was pretty good as Sherlock Holmes.
Do you? But here's what I'm not understanding of. I'm not understanding of why people like. I think people are mad about Henry because like it was wasted opportunity.
It was.
Just move on. Like we have like 19 live action Spider-Man and Batmans. We're gonna have 2 at the same goddamn time. We can't move on from a Superman. We can't get another news. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
What are we? Why does Henry Cavill own Superman? I don't understand that.
Yeah, that's true. It's also like people are a little nervous for the new DC universe, and I get that. I don't like what they're doing with Batman, like right off the bat. I don't like that they're doing Damian right away while Superman's going to be young. But like, we're never going to get the Super Sons because by the time John Kent appears,
I think that's such a weird way to look at
44.
it. I don't think there's no way we'll never get the Super Sons.
But like, we're gonna have 10-year-old Robin, probably 13-year-old Robin, and John Kent won't even be born.
He can just he'll go off into there's precedent for him going off into space and getting aged up, isn't there? So
Yeah, I guess, but at the same time,
From a
you're gonna
baby.
have like little John and then older Robin, and then in like 30 years from now, we're gonna see like older
unless we're wrong
Robin
about
go on
Damien.
YouTube with a ukulele, being like,
Yeah,
"No,
it'd be
guys, I
funny if we
swear,
were wrong
Yeah.
about Damien, and like instead of
Manipulation
casting him
station.
as a teenager, they cast him as like an infant. They're like, he's gonna be like Brave and the Bold is about Batman protecting his infant son. We're like, oh, that's how you're doing it?
I guess
Maybe
so."
that would be so fucking funny. I don't know.
I even, as someone who notoriously hates Superman, has always hated Superman.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go again. How many years will it take for me to change on this one? No, but like I do feel some sense of like sad. Like Henry Cavill does look. You know,
Like
okay, you're gonna hate this. You're gonna hate this, Tyler. That I'm
Here we
making
go.
this comparison.
Here's a thing that you're gonna say that I'm not gonna hate.
You're gonna hate. Okay. Henry Cavill is like is like a worse version of Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man.
See, exactly. I knew exactly that's what you were gonna say because I agree with you, and you're gonna be like,
you do agree, okay? Because like
it's
at
true.
least he had like the one good movie before it went to shit, and then when they brought him back for No Way Home, it was like, okay, a return to like he had the one fuck up in the middle. They got rid of him, whereas Henry never got any opportunity to be anything good. You know what I mean?
Did they never do that?
Actually,
I don't get why
Zack
people would blame.
I liked him in.
I don't get why people blame James Gunn for that. I think the Henry Cavill thing is so many other people's faults than James Gunn. Why should he have to start?
Yeah, there are a million people that fucked it up before James Gunn.
You know, like I get he wants to tell this new story. I'm so down for this. I'm so down for mild manner reporter, dork, geek, loser, like
Bitch.
you know, fucking farm boy Clark Kent, who's like, oh, I'm hunched over because I look like way bigger, whatever. And Lois, who's a real go-getter. I'm so much more in for that than Superman, who's like, the symbol
nobody stays good in this world.
Planet.
Yeah.
He's gonna say in this movie, "Oh, my costume, my mom made it for me," or he's gonna say like, "You're stronger than you think you are." He's gonna say all of the Superman stuff that Henry across 3 movies that combined are like 10 fucking hours never said.
That's a good point. Yeah.
When was the last time we saw him save somebody? And people go, he saved the planet.
I guess Justice League, when he like carries the apartment building, which apparently have people in it.
Doesn't he? He says a very Superman thing in Man of Steel. What is he says? Like they say, "Where are you from?" or something. He's like, "I'm from Kansas" or whatever.
I'm from Kansas. I'm as American as it gets. Yeah. But
that's like the one.
Treat yourself like it
moment. Then. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Don't like get like some guy. Yeah, he's being terrible in a bar. Don't destroy his livelihood.
His truck on a fucking. Not only put the truck on the power lines, but you've knocked out power for everyone in the area.
What the
hell? That's gonna bring the news there. Like, there's gonna be conspiracy theories. Like,
exactly.
How did this happen?
He's so. I know. You look at, man. People say Man of Steel. There is a very strong demographic of people that say that Man of Steel is one of the best comic book movies ever.
That's not true. And
it's not true. And
it's not even very good.
Like, I'm always usually down for like, that's your opinion. Fine. I don't understand it at all. I will never see it. And maybe I'm too.
I feel like I've told you guys.
I feel like Superman too much. I just don't get it.
I feel
like I've told you guys this before, but I
how?
didn't see Man of Steel. Yeah.
Well,
like, why? Explain it to me.
Okay, well, I love Man of Steel, but I'm not going to be like the people that are like,
but what do you love about it?
I'm not going to say that you should like it.
What do you love about it?
I've rewatched it many times, and I've enjoyed it every time. I like the alien invasion. I know it's like Superman should be more lighthearted, but I like the dark take on it. I do like the dark take on it. I like General Zod a lot in it. I like as soon as the alien invasion where he's on every screen being like people of Earth. That's Zod, that is cool.
Yeah,
it has really dumb moments in this movie.
It's not a real good Superman movie.
No, it's not. I think it's an enjoyable movie.
Jonathan's like, maybe don't save those kids.
Yeah, okay, that's terrible. That's terrible, but I do enjoy the young Clark scenes for the most part. I like how he's getting bullied and like grips the fence and like breaks it, but he like stays still. I like his experience of like where his X-ray vision's going all off.
You like that scene? You like when Jonathan doesn't step in at all to save his son from getting bullied?
I guess he's like right over there.
Do you think Jonathan went to step in and Clark went? Put his hand down.
I like the recreation of the scene of like, you are my son, even though it's a little different. I do enjoy. Yeah. There's a lot of moments in the movie that I like. I even like the Krypton stuff, and I like the relationship. I like Jor-El a lot in it. I don't know. There's a lot that I like, but I understand that it is not a good movie.
I just think it broke it. I think, and people, it's beating a dead horse to say at this point, but I really think that movie broke whatever chances they had to create a DC universe from that point on. Yeah. I know people say you could have saved it from that point, but I honestly think that foundation, the second he snapped Zod's neck, it was broken. Like, no pun intended.
Yeah,
it was broken.
Yeah.
I tell you, I feel like I've told you guys this before, but like, I didn't see Man of Steel in cinemas, but I had like, at the time my friend group was going like, it's amazing, it's the best thing in the world. And I had one friend who's like, not as susceptible to, really basic shit, right? He's not buying into it because Superman's on the screen and blah, blah, blah. So we're all sitting together one day.
Really cool.
Yeah, we're all sitting together one day and they're all going, it was amazing, the action's cool, it's the best Superman ever, blah, blah, blah. And I look over to that friend and he just looks at me and silently goes, just closes his eyes and shakes his head. I was like, okay, I know what this kind of movie is.
Yeah,
he literally was like, no.
The tornado takes him. Like that's honestly probably the dumbest moment in the entire DCEU.
That's the dumbest moment that's ever been put to camera. Are you kidding me? That's the dumbest moment in the history of movies. Like, Jonathan gets swept. It's hilarious. He disappears. You know what's so funny about that is it's so grand. It's so sweeping. It's so epic. But his body's just flailing around. He landed 60 miles away, just a mangled corpse that they had to find. It's so stupid. It's so silly.
But the thing is, it would really. No, I was going to say it would really, really work if it was any other character than Superman. Superman who could race with the Flash. Superman who could zip over there in an instant, zip back, and no one would be zip through, pick him up, go the other side of the tornado.
He doesn't need no one has any idea. He doesn't need a sacrifice. He doesn't need any of that.
But that's what I mean.
But I think
if it was a character that's boots on the ground, okay, they can't do it. They would die, and they would show that maybe they had powers of some sort. But Superman is Superman.
How Jonathan dies in like the comics, or even how Martha dies in Superman and Lois TV show. They die of heart attacks, and that's something that Superman can't save.
Yeah, and it's a lesson.
It's a very
the lesson in Man
thing.
of Steel is people will be afraid of you, and you should let people die so that they're not instead afraid of you. Yeah. Like sometimes you need to make the sacrifice of watching someone die because that's a better outcome than you showing yourself and them being scared. That's the lesson.
You could save your dad from a tornado, and people wouldn't be like, "That's Superman."
They wouldn't notice.
Like, you could just run and be like, "You got lucky." Like,
or even how much of a better scene would it have been if he saves his dad and they're all like, "Holy shit, you're awesome," and they embrace him because that's what Superman's about.
Yeah.
God,
and then just
it's been too long. I think I have to stop talking about Man of Steel. I could stop after today.
I think what you're forgetting, Tyler. After this, I think you're forgetting the scene, Tyler, in Man of Steel when they look at, he goes to the airport and there's this lady that checks Clark Kent's passport and says, Bruce Wayne, I like that name. You should go by that more often. And then he goes, thanks, and keeps walking. That's the scene you missed where they reveal that he's actually Batman.
Superman.
That's a reference to The Dark Knight Rises, where they reveal that Robin's name is just Robin and not an identity. His name is Robin.
His first name is Robin.
Yeah.
My superhero name, Josh.
That movie came out and I was into Batman comics then, and that I was also an edgy teenager because I'm Ben Reilly, but that seemed like maybe angry.
I was 11 and I was like, Robin.
Yeah.
His first name? Robin. Yeah.
Bendis
And it
probably
brings
loved
that
that.
whole that whole ending down. That ending is so good, except for that. The ending where they're, you know what I
Except
love?
for
They're
that,
like,
I agree.
they're like, oh, the fucking mansion becomes an orphanage, and I'm just like, oh, that's so beautiful. And they're like, and his name is Robin. You know, they're like, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Robin all along. You know, like clap, and we're like, what the fuck?
It's just such a weird, weird way to do it.
Yeah, like,
although the scene probably would have fallen more flat if they went, I like that name, Dick. You should go by Dick. Be like,
yeah, it would have been even flatter if they said Richard. Yeah,
Richard. Yeah, just a
like
dude's
Mr.
name.
Grayson, or like.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what they wanted from that universe.
It just says Nightwing. You should go by Nightwing.
But just like, enjoy your flight, Mr. Grayson. Done. And then you just move on to the whole cafe scene where Alfred's.
It is a good ending for a what is kind of a. That is the comic book movie the most that every time I rewatched I like it a little bit less every single time.
You know, this was part of the news, but I'll just kind of jump into. We go back to this, but Kevin Smith revealed that Christian Bale was going to be in the Flash. He wasn't going to be, but Warner Brothers begged him apparently 4 times.
And he's like, I won't bloody do it without Chris Nolan. You know, I'm too busy filming Gore. It's like 2 days before that article came out, I was like, man, it would have been like actually crazy if they got someone like Christian Bale in there, because it's like someone people actually like give a shit about it as Batman.
Yeah.
And then that article came out, and I was like, yeah, that was a stupid thought I had. Obviously, Christian Bale is not going to show up for a cameo in The Flash. Yeah. Although he did play Gore, so I guess all bets are off. Yeah.
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 Yeah. I think he just respects Christopher Nolan, because he did say that he would return as Batman only if Christopher Nolan is the one doing it, though.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I'm
Chris
sure
Nolan is too busy bombing.
I don't know if we'll ever see him again. I do think we'll see Henry Cavill Superman again.
In what?
I think we might too. I think
they'll do.
Oh, that's another thing Tyler was wrong about. Tyler, remember when you were so sure they were going to actually make that Crisis on Infinite Earths movie?
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Sure.
Yeah.
But that was the plan. That was the plan.
I was ready to throw fists. I was so waiting for you to go.
But it was the plan. They hadn't announced it when I said it, but it was the plan.
I agree. No, I do agree. But yeah, but they might still get to something like that. Although I hope they don't. They don't need to do that.
No,
I hope they don't do it for a long fucking time. Just focus on making good movies.
It is crazy to think that, but like, it is crazy now to think like we have our Downey as Iron Man. We have the character that's going to lead us through this universe for the foreseeable future. He's going to be the one. Though? He's not going to be shit. There's no way he's going to be shit.
What if he is? What if he's shit?
I'm not even giving that like the time of day.
Not even entertaining the thought.
No, neither of them will be.
You guys know
what's going to happen.
You know what Daredevil did in the last issue?
Which one?
The last one that came out where he's fighting Elektra. You know what he did?
Yes.
Tyler will do that if this movie's bad.
Oh no!
Oh jeez.
Right?
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
First to let that happen.
Who's going to do it to me?
Yeah. You would go to hell as well.
Anyway. People. Oh, by the way, fucking James Gunn. Remember, he said that this would be our character. He would be our Superman through animation and TV shows and video games and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's cool. I guess.
Maybe. I don't think that's really gonna end up being.
I don't know if it'll happen for gaming.
I think they're gonna make big budget games. Yeah. I think literally we're gonna get mobile games.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be like a crypto, endless runner.
Oh,
it's gonna be something like that.
We'll hear his
Spider-Man Unlimited.
Like, thanks, crypto, and that.
Yeah, exactly. But isn't that exciting though? Like when we get to
animation,
Warner Brothers doesn't go under by the time if Warner Brothers makes the money back off of this, which I mean, it's Flash they still might not.
Flash.
Do you think we'll get the end game of this? Like, what do you think that's going to be? Is my question actually. What do you think end game for this universe is?
I don't know if they're going to do. I don't know if they will do Darkseid. I feel like that's
do Brainiac or something.
Brainiac would be awesome.
I think Brainiac's just a Superman thing. I don't think Brainiac
is a Superman thing, but
Thanos.
He would work.
Injustice 2.
But there needs to be a Thanos. It could be Lex or something. It could be what's her name? Perpetua.
No, don't, please, God, no, please, God,
or Batos,
no.
or the Batman who laughs.
I guess they got to the dark side.
Imagine they did Doomsday Clock.
No,
that would be fucking hilarious.
I think they. Now that I think about it, it kind of has to be Dark Side. I think. God, what's his name? Well, Blackest Night. I think Blackest Night would be really good in the future.
Necron,
yeah. Thank you.
It's not Endgame though. No. I don't think
it could be.
Could it though?
I think
I guess it could. Yeah. I guess there's no reason.
I was thinking about
Blackest Night is a massive event. We'll see Ezra Miller with the blue.
The most comic booky thing. Yeah, most comic booky thing in like a big comic book movie I think ever is the Age of Ultron plot of having them raise a fucking like city out of the ground and floating it into the air. That is the most comic booky shit. Well, the world was not prepared in 2015 for that.
Yeah, you don't think the world was prepared for that?
They were not prepared for a city to rise out and then be smacked. I think that was too silly too soon.
Well, how silly does this be? Do you think this is going to be a silly movie? I feel it's going to be earnest and like heartful. Yeah. But I feel like
I think it's going to be super amount of
cringe. Well, the Authority are going to be in it, so
I think some of the Authority. I think this movie is going to be what's so funny about Truth, Justice, and the American Way. Action Comic 7. It's the one where he fights the elite, and the elite are like, "You suck," and he's like, "No, I don't suck because I don't kill people. The dreams lift us up." That story. I think that's what this movie is going to be. Yeah, and I think if the Authority take the elite's position, they take the Manchester Black and the just mash them together, all that. I think that's the story.
You can just call it Manchester. It's 2023.
Manchester. I feel like you've made that joke every time someone says like.
Yeah, Black Adam or Black Panther. I go, you just call him Adam. You can just call him Panther. Like every single time.
You ignored. Oh no, when we were talking about Necron, I was gonna say you ignored when I said Black Hand, but I just call him Hand.
Night. You just call him Hand, bro. Come on, like,
I just say Blackest Night.
The event is just called Night now.
Hey, oh wait, no, that wasn't a thought. Never mind. Carry on.
What just happened? I do, yeah, you are right. I do think that Blackest Night could be a great endgame movie.
I think it could just be a good movie. I think that would just be a Green Lantern movie.
I don't think have the League though. Yeah. That's like doing Secret Invasion without the Avengers.
But they are. That's like doing Venom without Thanos. Or Venom without Thanos. What? Venom without Thanos. I meant Venom without Spider-Man, but I had Thanos on the mind. That's like doing Venom without Thanos.
You can't do Venom without doing Thanos first. It just doesn't make any sense.
You need them together for sure.
Damn it.
That's hilarious.
That's like doing Venom without no.
Oh,
do you think we'll get Rogol-Zar?
I hope not. That is such an awful character.
Do you think they'll keep oh, he's leaving.
What?
Such a pussy.
Keep going.
Do you think they'll keep Supergirl?
I hope they do.
You think there's any chance they keep her? How old is she? She can be older than him.
I think she's like 45.
45, man.
Oh, damn.
She might be like, she's probably 20 something, right? Sasha Kyle, here we go. 27 years old. How old is David Cornsweet? David Cornsweet, age 29 years old. He's 2 years her elder. So
wow, James Gunn was not kidding when he said he wanted a young dude. 29.
Allegedly he never said that. Apparently that was like a thing that the internet made up. I thought he said that as well, but he never said
they would
like
never
20 to 30 or whatever. Yeah. Okay. So I guess they could cast her. They don't really look alike, but I don't care.
Didn't she say that she had talks with Warner Bros? I mean,
how many times have they said that?
Exactly. I mean, Henry Cavill was having talks, and then he came out and went,
Woman of Tomorrow. Have you?
I haven't read anything starring a woman.
That's true. You haven't read the Tom King Supergirl.
No, the one that you guys did for book club that I listened to.
The best book
was
literally ever.
It was a enjoyable book
Hunter,
club, that's for sure.
Hey. Do you think Flash Supergirl, Sasha Calle, would be good in that Supergirl movie? Do you think they should keep her? She should be this Cal's
I think
cousin?
she should. I think she's awesome. Keep her.
Yeah, but I'm okay if they go with someone else.
Yeah, it's just that's unfortunate, man.
It does
getting
suck,
that role and then just being like, nah. But like that sucks for her more than it sucks for Henry Cavill. People are gonna be mad by him, but like she got the role. She's in 10 minutes of that movie, and then she
Does all the
dies
press as well.
50 times. And yeah, exactly. What an insult, bro. She held that entire press junket on her back
Keaton
because
didn't
Ezra
do
Miller was
any,
out there
yeah.
still beating people up. Probably. And then
probably.
No, I would be okay if she was playing Supergirl, but if they if they cast someone else, that's fine.
Recast.
Like, I get it. Yeah, I get it. You don't want to associate with that movie, probably.
Yeah, that is just
that
unfortunate.
universe for that.
I think
movie.
she could do it though.
Yeah, no, she absolutely could.
That movie's gonna be good too, man. Or
it's gonna be.
That movie better be good, bro. They can't fuck that.
Yeah, we don't
up.
know anything about it besides that it's based off of a great book.
Tyler,
if we get that movie at all.
Tyler,
what?
Genuinely, and I don't mean that like I don't want you to go, no, it's not going to be. Like, I'm asking this very seriously. Superman Legacy comes out tomorrow.
Okay.
Superman Legacy comes out.
Yeah.
Right? It's just okay. How do you feel?
I listen. It is a possibility. I don't think that it can be. Like, I'm not saying it won't be. I'm saying like they cannot afford for it to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
This movie has to be the best thing that everyone can go pay their money to see in the movies at that time. People have to want to go see it. It has to be good.
People will have a year and a half off from DC movies before then.
Yeah.
So hopefully this is more optimistic.
This is it. This is it. Like, this is the last chance they have.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, I don't even care about the plans down the line. Like, Supergirl, that movie, if it happens, it'll be great. Batman, if we get there, that'll be cool. So the Batman and Superman meeting, that'll be cool. But this Superman movie, at least we're getting it, because if this fails, this is the last chance. This is it.
Yeah.
We're not going to get a DC movie that isn't a Batman movie for like another 20 years.
I think people get way too fucking caught up in, like the future, like big event, they're gonna bring people back for blah blah, instead of just being like, let's hope we get a good movie like that. That's just
that's exactly. Iron Man was like, obviously they knew they had an idea, but they knew that they needed Iron Man to be the best thing could possibly be.
There was an idea,
like Iron Man had to be. It had to be worth it for you to see that movie and go, I want to see that character again. And then again and again and again. They have to do that with this Superman. Yeah. And I think they can do it. I trust James Gunn more than I trust like any director in the genre, I have no reason to doubt him at all. I said in the genre, superhero genre.
Oh.
I said in the superhero genre, my God.
Edgar Wright? Kind of.
No. How? In what it was Scott Pilgrim? It's not a superhero movie.
A little bit of Ant-Man. A little bit of Ant-Man.
A little bit of Ant-Man. Yeah, before they went, fuck that. We're doing our own thing, Edgar.
And you have a stupid name, Edgar.
Edgar Allan Poe.
That's mine.
Yeah. Edgar Wright, but you so fucking wrong. Oh, shit.
That's what Feige said. Did you see that leaked voicemail? It was Kevin Feige drunk calling Edgar Wright. You think you're better than us, Edgar Wright, more like fucking Edgar Wrong. Yeah.
I think people are
We're gonna hire a guy called Peyton fucking Reed or whatever his name is.
And he's gonna direct a Star Wars show.
Superman is like the biggest he's ever been. Like, every year he gets bigger, it feels like. And think how many people are passionate about Henry.
I don't think that's true at all.
I just feel like
Lois
I feel like Superman right now is the least culturally relevant he's ever been.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Well, you got like Superman and Lois.
I think
My Adventures with Superman is about to start.
How do you say Superman and Lois? The biggest Superman fan here is like behind on Superman and Lois. Like it's not hitting the peak.
But do you know how many times I have a conversation with, like, last week, or maybe 2 weeks ago, I was out with some friends and they were like asking what comics to get. It like, one of them was like a really big fan of the Moon Knight show, so I was like, oh, Moon Knight, read this, blah blah blah, right? One of them is a big fan of Daredevil.
So you fucked.
And I was like, read this, read this, read this, and then they were like, the eventual question came of like, what's your favorite superhero to me? And I said, well, it's Superman. And they went, oh, like I like him in Injustice, or Homelander's better. or like that, and that's
Oh,
it.
what?
That's Superman these
Omni-Man
days.
could beat him.
And these are, and it wasn't like surprised. Oh, it was like I've had more respect for you than to think you like Superman. Oh, and I was like, man, like, you know what I mean? That's what people think of Superman.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
It needs to be like, and I don't know why. I don't know what people have against a good guy. I don't know what people have against that.
Oh,
but,
what, he's just gonna save cats from trees?
Yes. Yes, he will.
Yes.
Have you seen The Boys?
Just let him do that.
What's wrong with that? I just don't get it. I just don't get what people have against, like, a guy that's pretty good.
Tyler, I like that you are so kind to your friends in that story that you said, yeah, this person's like a massive, blah blah fan. This person's a massive Daredevil fan, but then you also have to tell them what books to read.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
like, for the show.
Doesn't sound like that. Yeah. Doesn't.
Well, they liked. I said they like the shows and stuff. They watch the movies. They like the show, and I have to explain like, oh, I like Superman because the comic books are really good, and because everyone also, if you say like you like Superman, they're like, I didn't really like the Batman, like Martha. I'm like, no, I don't like that either. Okay, I like the Superman comic books.
Yeah. But even then,
and it's also the most generic answer ever. People are like, "Oh, I thought you'd liked a more niche character than that." I'm like, "Well, you don't even like Superman. Nobody likes Superman anyway."
But it's true because Tyler, you're like your top two your like top three will be Superman,
the most popular
Batman,
characters
and
that exist. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
those are mine too.
But,
and then throw Daredevil in.
Then you would also have like an encyclopedic knowledge of fucking like Psylocke and Cable, and like just a bunch of random characters.
But that's the hard part. Yeah, it's like I like Superman, and then people assume that like I'm just like a bandwagoner or something. Oh, that's the generic answer. Give me a real one. I like Superman. Like I don't know what's wrong with that.
Let me like Superman.
You like Spider-Man. Everyone likes Spider-Man.
Yeah,
it's a good point.
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess Superman needs to get to that point where he's like Spider-Man in terms of like everyone likes this guy.
But that's what Tyler's saying. That's what this movie has
needs to do that, and I think it could. Like I think you look at movies and TV shows. Like how many movies and TV shows exist right now that are about protagonists that are pure good? Like none. It may be 3 actually.
Superman and Lois.
Yeah. Superman and Lois. Like I can think of like fucking like Ted Lasso is like the only thing I could think of where it's like he's a pretty good guy and he's got like no anger in him or rage and doesn't want to hurt anybody, just wants to help. Or Paddington, and that's it. Superman needs to do that. It needs to be Superman needs to show that character can be so big and people have to like it. I just don't know why people wouldn't like that. I don't know what people have against goodness, bro. It's cool to be kind.
Tyler, I don't know. You're not going to like me for bringing this up. I'm sorry. Here we go again.
Here we go. Yeah, you said
that I'm not going to care about.
But that's a thing. That's a thing that I really, really love about Miles Morales is he's just a purely good kid. He's just a good kid.
Why am I not going to like you for bringing this up?
Because it's a thing you've probably said for the last 35 years, and I'm only saying it now, and you've probably said it on this podcast before.
I don't even know. Maybe. I mean, probably. But
I don't know. Maybe no. But again, like I like that, and it's also different.
Pure good.
It's not the same as a Peter Parker. It is just a kid that's wanting to do what he feels is right and doing
and there's no guilt about it.
Bro.
There's no tragedy that caused it. It's just I want to do the good thing because I can. I want to help because I can help.
It's literally awesome. The opposite way. Like he feels loss and feels guilt and gives it up, then comes back because he just feels like it's the right thing, not because he made a promise or had a vow or blah blah. He's just doing it.
In Superman Secret Origins, which is like one of the ones I always reread. It's the one that I first read that made me love Superman. He says to people like everyone in Metropolis is looking for a savior, and at first they looked at Lex Luthor because he was just like the biggest, loudest, most money, like the most public figure. Mm-hmm. And then Superman shows up and he's like, I'm not a savior, guys. I just have these powers and I want to use them to help because I have them. Like I just want to help because I can, and that's it.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I don't know what's so complicated to people. Like, I don't know what's so weird about that. I don't get why people don't like that. People don't get it.
Such
they
a
don't
simple,
believe it. They don't
like,
buy it. He can fucking fly, and that's what you can't buy? That he's good?
I was gonna say,
guy,
I guess people just prefer a bit more like darkness because there's so many Batman fans.
Yeah, they like the
Superman
edge.
fans.
They like
but
the
at the
edge
same
to the
time,
character. But
Peter Parker's like the Marvel's biggest character, and after that, it's like Steve Rogers. Like,
yeah, exactly. And if you look at MCU Peter Parker, he's pretty like pure good.
Yeah,
you know, people love that version of the character. Steve Rogers, like another example. He's what Superman should have been in these movies. You know,
Tony Stark.
Yeah, maybe. but yeah, I don't know what
Luke
people have against
Skywalker.
He blew up that Death Star, man. How many people were janitors?
He did blow up that Death Star, but he had the best of intentions, so it's okay. You can blow up anything if you have good reasoning.
Oppenheimer.
You're gonna like Oppenheimer,
yeah. I even love that movie, bro.
Yeah. Yo, the marketing's gonna.
I swear that could be that could literally be a line in the movie. You could blow up anything if it has the best of intentions.
Robert Downey Jr. will say that.
Yeah.
Bomb it again.
Josh Peck will say it.
Oh yeah. Forgot he was
Florence
in it.
Pugh. Any number of them. Any actor in Hollywood that's in that movie could say it.
But
Jack
I guess
Quaid.
like people like in general, a lot of superhero like adaptations, they tend to do that with characters. Like look at Arrow.
What the fuck was that? Yeah, Arrow was ridiculous.
My name is Oliver Queen.
Queen is like a pretty
5 years on a hellish island.
Smiley, like he's sarcastic, but he's generally like a very.
He's not Batman.
Person. Yeah, but they made him Batman.
In the whole point of the comics, him and Batman, they hate each other because they're like so opposites, you know.
That's one of my hot takes.
Made him Batman.
If this Oliver
Queen
yelled, "You failed this city," he'd probably snicker at himself.
This Oliver Queen would hate TV show Oliver.
Yeah. I like
he would be like, "What are you doing?"
Like,
and he's good. Like, I'm not saying he's bad. He's not a great version of Oliver Queen. He's a good character in that show.
Yeah.
In fact, he's better than comic book Oliver Queen.
No, he's not.
To nobody. To no one.
It's just long pause.
To nobody.
Harper, have you read a Green Arrow comic ever? Okay, yeah.
I'm sure I have. The Brave and the Flash one, the one where he's with the Flash. Brave and the Bold.
They hate each other though in that, right? Him and Barry.
Yeah, no, I don't like that.
Because Barry's like a conservative or whatever.
Hey, we don't have.
That was good audio.
Don't ask Barry Allen where he was on January 6th. That's all I'm saying.
But yeah,
Barry's another one of them. Barry's another one of those like pure good characters that I think like was Grant Gustin's Barry like? Did he have an edge? He didn't really, right?
No, he was emotional, but
I liked him.
He had a bit of an edge.
Not really.
But he wasn't like
towards
he wasn't
Thawne,
snapping necks and shit.
No, you're right. He wasn't vengeful.
Yeah,
he would he traps Zoom and he gets really like arrogant.
Oh, he did put those.
We've got you now.
He put those criminals in like those like closets with nothing in it. And like,
but that's different. That's different. You can lock up anyone if you've got the best of intentions.
Yeah, I guess.
He also did murder Atom Smasher in the first episode of season 2, but probably had it coming. You can murder anyone if you have the best of intentions. I've got to stop.
It wasn't DCU Atom Smasher though.
Oh God! Oh,
you could team up with any hero. Who would it be in the next movie? Probably Rorschach.
Oh my God!
They'll bring him back. Imagine that. Imagine they fire Henry Cavill, they fire everyone, they bring him back.
Jackie O'Haley. Oh,
I meant Adam Smasher. They bring Rorschach back. They just put him in the DC universe.
They do the Rorschach miniseries adaptation.
I mean,
God,
Travis Bickle.
Amanda Waller's coming back.
Have we talked about this? I want to ask you guys about this slate. Any movie that they haven't announced yet, what's one you would pick?
Oh, like we could pick a DC movie.
Yeah, movie or TV show they haven't announced yet. A thing you want to see.
I mean, I'm
going to say another thing Tyler's going to hate. And
Superman
that he probably
2.
will not hate it all. No. You've got to, you can't keep fucking it up. You got to do a proper thing with Nightwing. Do anything proper. Do the exact thing that Tyler is talking about, do a
I think they'll do
character who's just a good guy and he's doing good and you like him and
Nightwing
he's
would be
likable and he's cool.
beloved. He
But
already
that's what
is.
I mean. Like
Yeah.
he could be the fucking best thing they produce.
Yeah.
But instead he's on Titans. Like,
Yeah.
oh
what
man.
was that, man?
Well, for me, it would. Tyler's gonna hate this. Justice League. I want a good Justice League.
Oh my God.
Movie.
Get the fuck over it. Pick something else. Oh my God.
Justice League is my pick. You asked.
But I know, but you always go to Justice League. Pick something else. They're gonna make
Justice
a
League
Justice League
Odyssey.
movie. They're going to make a Justice League movie.
Okay. If it's
I would love a Wally West Flash movie, but I'm also resigned to the fact that will never happen. Like, I know Flash.
Yeah, but you really think that will never happen?
A Wally West Flash movie? Yes.
I mean, if you were in charge,
I don't think so. I think
in my lifetime,
James Gunn could look at these new things and be like, "Well, people don't care for Barry Allen anymore because Ezra Miller's face is attached to it
because we fucked it up."
Yeah.
You know what? I would like. I know it was canceled before, but I think New Gods movie focusing on the origin story of Mr. Miracle, would be
that
really
would be fucking
good.
hard.
That's a massive.
I think that could be
this whole thing where he's
a
escaping and going back and like, oh my God.
I think the Superman movie could just be Superman versus the New Gods.
Just do a New Gods movie, but have Superman in it.
Or the opposite, do a Superman movie and have the New Gods in it.
But they have the New Gods in
it. I guess that would sell more tickets, probably.
No, but that would be sick. Oh my God, that could be. Imagine that. That's a good HBO Max show right there. New Gods.
Yeah, that would. Yeah.
Just Max.
Just Max. Sorry, that would be a good Max show.
Fuck out of here, dog. Get out of here, dude.
I do want Green Arrow. I want like Green Arrow and Black Canary.
Yeah. As a movie, preferably. We don't need.
Bro, what the
fuck
Green is Arrow up with my cat?
Yeah, I don't know what it would be. I don't know what it would be about though. I don't know what story they would do for that.
They could do this story with Peacemaker.
That's true.
Peacemaker versus Arsenal.
I'm trying to think of another one.
A Green Arrow movie could be like Oliver and Dinah, but have Roy as Speedy. Like have him meet Roy and do like a sidekick story where like he starts to train this kid.
That would be sick.
Yeah, that's your movie right there, and make the villain like I don't know, make him Merlin. Or
just DC has the opportunity to make so many characters household names. Like think about the characters that DC Comics has that like if the audience was given like the proper reason to care about would be A-list characters. I think Roy Harper is one of those. King. I think Nightwing is one of those. I mean, literally, but you say that as a joke, but Condiment King could be, if they put him in movies, people would love him.
I know.
You know?
Dude, my
like
go-to joke used
Jordan,
to be my go-to joke used to be Polka Dot Man,
huge.
and then he was like the best part of Suicide
He was
Squad.
so good in that.
Like Hal Jordan could be an A-list, A+ beloved
He
character.
Should be.
Any of these characters. I think Ted Kord has that fucking like any of these characters. DC has so many characters that are beloved that just put them on screen and do it right, and everyone would love them.
I think Booster
Crystal
Gold
Reed
is
as Zatanna, 10 episodes max.
Nightwing. Like you said, Nightwing.
Yeah.
Oh God,
just the Bat family in general.
I can imagine a universe where a Nightwing movie comes out, everyone loves it, and then everyone in public is wearing Nightwing shirts. I could just see a Nightwing shirt on something. You know what I mean? I can just see it happening.
He's probably the most popular character who hasn't been in a movie.
Probably
the most popular character that's never been in a movie,
like comic character. I think it is Nightwing.
That's interesting.
It's Nightwing.
Spider-Man.
It might be Wally. Even.
Oh no, he was in a couple of those, Harper.
Yeah, you missed a couple of those.
I think Barry's
Wally
so much
could
more
be there
popular than Wally, just because of the shows.
I think Nightwing is more popular than Wally West.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you're right because I think of the cartoon, but I think people probably still think that cartoon version is Barry.
So many people
on the
do.
Whole.
Every comment section about that show is, "Oh, Barry's so funny here," and then people going, "Oh, actually, it's Wally." Like that's every comment section ever.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of more DC characters, but you know what I mean. It's like there's so many of them have the opportunity to be beloved. I mean, even Jimmy Olsen, man. You know, do Jimmy Olsen properly, and you can give him his own show. Do that. Yes. Do Black Canary and Zatanna. Well, they could do Justice League Dark. They could do a good Birds of Prey. They could do anything, man.
I'm actually fucking sick of the Justice League Dark.
Whoa.
Why?
I think do a Zatanna series, do Swamp Thing, do whatever, do a character, and then have like Justice League Dark characters in it. Do a Constantine series that doesn't suck, and then have them in it. Like I don't think do Justice League Dark.
Constantine's another one of them, man. He's another like give him the proper attention, and he's an A-list character. You know, I mean, just look at Iron Man. Iron Man was the little character that could, and he made it. You know,
yeah.
and he's replaced Superman now. You know,
yeah.
So
that's fair.
just give it to just do it properly, and people will love it. And I think that James Gunn knows that, because Peacemaker is one of the most universally agreed upon good parts of the DCEU, and it's Peacemaker. You know,
I'm not a fan of it personally.
You didn't even watch the show. Hunter, you have watched the show. We didn't even talk about this.
Now. Yeah, I have.
What do you think of it?
I loved it way more than I thought.
Exactly. How often am I wrong?
Spider-Man.
Show the Flash.
Yeah, no,
but
Flash.
But come
Crisis on Infinite.
Peacemaker. It
It
was so good.
Extremely good.
It's incredibly good.
I think it could have been very bad, but it helps that it has a really good plot. Like it's Secret Invasion is the plot essentially.
Yes.
But it's like it's a very well executed Secret Invasion that's funny too. It's very funny. And it's just got a good small team. That just it works. I thought it was great.
You guys see Smosh brought back Smosh? That's crazy.
Yeah, we did, man. You should watch it, Harper. I know you won't. But you know, it's enjoyable.
Sorry, what?
Peacemaker.
You should watch it.
No.
I know.
Yes. I will not be doing that.
I know.
No. Nope.
I know you won't.
Not gonna happen.
So stupid.
Not gonna happen.
It is
stupid for denying anything these days. Like
I just think it's funny. I just think it's funny. I'm sure I'll watch Peacemaker one day. It's short, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
like 8 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could fuck that hard. Easy.
Judo Master. And he was cool in Peacemaker.
Yeah.
He was. Fuck even I like that Vigilante looks cool to me.
Vigilante was really funny.
Yeah.
Really
I hate that intro. That intro actually, like,
I like
you
the
hate
intro a lot.
the intro. Oh, come the fuck on! What are you talking about?
Dude, I said that when it came out, man.
How do you
everyone
hate
was like
that?
losing their mind.
But why do you hate that?
Because it's a silly little stupid haha. Look, they're doing funny dance, and I'm not there for it.
I forgot the cast. So when I first saw that, because it's like the first thing you see when you click on episode 1, it's like you see the high evolutionary going like.
Yeah.
That's not my it's not my thing.
But
you can't accept it,
Harper. It's your
Can I accept it?
Why can't you accept it?
Oh, I can accept. It's not like I would watch that and then go, I can't watch this fucking show, man. Like I'll watch. I can still watch the episode.
You bother me.
Intro.
It's
you saying no to anything nowadays bothers me, because you've just given up. You fold like an omelet, bro, at any given opportunity. So I don't even know why you fight change.
When Harper realizes that the good thing is good, he's like,
yeah. Harper, when famously well-reviewed, critically acclaimed things are actually good. Yeah.
Okay. Here's the thing. It's a double-edged sword. So look, I don't fold.
I don't fail to see the other edge of the sword, but sure.
I don't fold all the time, but it just so happens that the thing I have folded on is probably the biggest thing that I've ever fought against.
Yes, exactly.
But there are other things that I will never be into. I've tried a million times. I could just not get into it. But the one thing that I fought so hard against turns out was very easy to not fight against anymore.
Because it's the biggest thing ever. It's the biggest comic book thing ever.
Yeah, whoops.
It's just so good.
These things happen though. These things happen.
I was gonna ask because I kind of briefly mentioned it during Peacemaker there, but are you guys caught up on the 2 episodes of Secret Invasion?
Yeah.
I was gonna watch it yesterday, but then I had to order sushi and watch cricket. So yeah,
it's a strange problem. You side over.
Had to.
It's what I had to do.
Did you watch them?
Yeah, it's what do you think?
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right. I actually, and I hate to say this, I catch myself like looking at my phone and then going, "Oh wait, what just happened?" a lot because it just doesn't have it doesn't.
Oh,
have
I
me
haven't
yet.
done that, thankfully.
It doesn't have me yet. It's something like I don't know what it is. I like
There's-
hearing Nick Fury go like say a fun line where he's like, "I'm Nick Fury. Even when I'm out, I'm in." I like that, but like I don't care. I'm not
Yeah.
invested yet.
I think it needs more Nick Fury because I think the Nick Fury stuff is great, but the
Yeah.
Skrull plot line, I'm just like I don't care about
It's a
any
bit
of
of a
you.
snore. Yeah.
Mhm.
Gravik and all these
And
other characters that
There's
like I don't
more.
know.
I think there's more screen time with these Skrulls than there is with Nick. So
What'd you think of that ending to episode 1? Which I guess we shouldn't spoil, but that was crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I saw
what
that.
is that?
Yeah, I saw that. That's cool.
Would
That
you
blew
see
my
Harper?
mind.
Did you?
You saw the thing?
Would you see Harper?
Me, yeah.
What did you see? Okay,
Okay.
he didn't see it.
Maria Hill dead, right?
No, we're talking about episode 2. Oh, I thought you
Oh,
talking about
I
the
meant
ending
episode
to...
1.
Oh, I thought you meant episode 2.
Yeah, I think the episode 1, because it goes, because I guess spoiler alert, but I mean, it was last week. Maria Hill is dead, and I was like, they didn't actually kill her. She's gonna wake up next episode, and then it just says special guest star Kobe Smulders. I was like, oh, she's only in this episode. Like,
Yeah.
she's
Yeah,
actually
she's
like
dead.
dead. That's crazy.
But that's
It's
good. I think
ballsy.
kill everyone personally.
I mean, people are mad. Like people are like, "Oh, we barely
Like
got
I've
time with
always
Maria
said,
Hill."
you can
It's
kill
Maria
anyone
Hill,
if you have the
man.
right motivation.
It is true
It's-
because she's been in the MCU for 10 years, and
Yeah, and like how much? But we
barely
didn't know
her.
much about her. But how much do we really have to know about some of these characters?
I guess
I respect that they look at it and they're like, not every character needs a deep exploration. Some of these characters can be fodder.
Yeah, we got
Maybe she was
Give you some
fridged.
deep exploration.
She may have been fridged.
Yeah,
But,
she was. Yeah,
but it's Maria Hill.
She's no one's girlfriend though.
She's no one's favorite character either. I think
Like
sometimes the character needs to die. Like,
is
if they
Nick
could
Fury
kill
getting
Joel,
back into?
they could kill
Is Nick
anybody
Fu-
in a story.
Is Nick Fury getting back into it because she died? Is that what's happening?
No, but
No,
she was
he-
killed to get to Nick Fury.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a bit fridgy, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
well.
friggy in the
Who
in the
gives a
definition of
shit?
friggy, but I think some characters. I don't think it's. I think some characters can be fridged. That's my hot take.
You know
It
what?
can happen.
You know what? Fridge more. That's what I say.
Fridge more. Don't be afraid to fridge. That's
The
that's
DC
the new slogan.
The DCU
Don't be afraid to
starts
fridge.
Superman
JD
Legacy.
would love this episode.
I say fridge any character. I don't just mean female characters, but kill a
No,
male
no,
character
no,
off.
no.
Kill anybody.
Anyone
off.
of
I don't
any
care.
gender of any background.
It
Fridge
is
the
showing
fuck
that,
out
like,
of it.
If you need to kill him,
no
kill
one's
him.
safe. It is
Fridge
saying
Superman.
that.
Fridge
Yeah.
Superman.
Oh,
In the movie.
They did that. They did that. They did that, didn't they? They did Fridge Superman. They did it for Batman. So
Oh, they
in
did
Batman
do
v
that.
Superman.
yeah, I get. Oh, yeah.
So
Mm.
they can fridge
They
anybody.
did. They did. Yeah,
Hmm.
I guess that makes sense. But I don't know. Right now, the show
It's all right.
You see the thing, the Super Scroll that they're maybe setting
I
up?
did see that. Yeah,
What are they doing?
I don't know what they're doing. It's
weird.
weird.
It's so
I don't
It is
know what they
weird.
doing.
Yeah, Harper,
is
you'll
weird.
see. You know Super
Can't
Scroll,
wait.
right?
Cannot
you know Super
wait.
Scroll, the guy with
Of course,
the
he knows Super
Fantastic
Scroll.
Four powers.
Alert.
Yeah, so Fantastic Four in the MCU right now. So what are they going to do?
Oh.
Isn't it crazy, by the way, going to the
Doctor
Fantastic
Strange
Four
by
that
Mark
we still
Waid, issue
haven't gotten
5.
the casting to them, but we have a Superman casting already?
I read a report today saying that Adam Driver said no. So-
Yeah, which makes me think like he never was attached to it, and then they're just like, "Oh fuck, this game is going on for too long."
Yeah.
We have, I
in,
don't
like,
care.
Years.
Just
yeah.
cast anybody. I'll fucking step
Yeah.
in if they need someone so badly.
I might
know?
have to intervene.
I'll be Reed Richards with this multi-million-dollar contract.
Yeah, I would love to be.
They
Reed
saw
Richards. I
our
mean,
they
come
saw
on.
our thumbnail where I photoshopped the all the Fantastic Four. They went, actually, that's
Kevin
pretty
Feige
good."
saw that.
Yeah.
It's them. It's the
Get them on the
Fantastic
phone.
Four. That guy looks like he could stretch his arms.
I can do it.
We can save a budget then. But yeah, I mean, Secret Maiden's okay. News. Other bit of news. Spider-Verse is looking like it's going to be delayed beyond the
For
Spider-Verse.
sure. 100%.
Nothing-
Well, they said it was. They said there's no way it won't be.
Yeah.
Right? It's
Yeah.
not confirmed. It's all but confirmed at this point, though.
It seems like it's gonna.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
You want to talk about the article that came out, or no?
Which?
Oh, what the crunch time shit?
Yeah.
Sure.
I saw. Yeah,
I don't think I know what you're talking about.
You haven't read that article?
What?
Maybe I don't know.
Fucking think about the animators for Spider-Verse working like 11 hours, 7 days of fucking
that's bad.
week. Blah, blah, blah. Like it's crunch time. It's shit. We've seen this shit a million times. It doesn't make it okay, but it's unsurprising at this point. The video game industry fucking goes through this with seemingly every AAA title, and every time we have to go, hey guys, don't overwork your staff, delay games, give people time to work, pay staff more, blah blah blah.
This we already hired Keanu Reeves to say it's out on this day.
We're not gonna fucking change it. It's sad.
Because I read you read the things. Because here's the thing. Here's what I'm wondering, and I'm not gonna say that I'm not. I don't want to like pretend that I know how these guys feel. But when a lot of the times they explain the hours and stuff, and you read like 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, and I read that and I just go like, well, that's a movie set, and I don't think that the hours like. And I'm not saying that's not an issue, right? But that is a movie set, though. That is how, when you're in front of a camera, you're there for 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. I don't necessarily think
it is unfortunately
feels like the issue. I think the issue is that a lot of the times these guys will work those hours and they'll create something, and then the director will just go, start over.
Yeah, which apparently happened a lot.
Which is unfathomable to me. That is ridiculous. You imagine if that was an acting thing, if actors went out and they gave their lines and then their scenes were deleted, sometimes it happens and we get Ray Fisher scenarios, where they're just like, fuck this whole studio, I'm done with it. And the fact that this can happen to animators who will create the most gorgeous piece of art you've ever seen. And there's things left on the cutting room floor that they made that was just thrown away because we changed it 20 minutes ago. That's crazy.
Well, the thing was that it was I think it was Phil Lord more than Chris Miller, but one of them specifically wanted, like, before we decide if we want to keep or get rid of a scene, we want it fully animated so we can see it exactly as it would play in the movie, which you can't be doing that. I mean, that is why things like the Hulk saving those people in Endgame was reduced to a fucking, the worst CGI you've ever seen. They didn't finish it because they went, we don't need that scene. We don't need it. Yeah. You don't need to finish it. It's a waste of time. Like, and again, that is the thing to me that
it is surprising because how many animated movies have they directed now? The two of them, like, they did live action movies, 21 Jump Street, 22 Jump Street. Those are great movies, right? But they went to animation and like it was almost seamless, like the Lego movie and Spider-Verse and everything. Mitchell's, like all fantastic movies. I don't know how it's possible that they haven't like adjusted to that this isn't the same thing.
Yeah. Like I follow a lot of the animators on Instagram, and even for like a single scene, the scene where Miles is running and the T-Rex Spider-Man goes and like it chomps as this chomp on the screen. He did that 3 times and he said it took like months.
Yeah,
because there's 3 different
thousands
shots.
of people animating different little shots and whatnot, and it takes them all day, and they got to lock away from their family, and they got to like not eat dinner, and then it gets thrown away.
The article was crazy because the article was some of us. Actually, it was like a lot of us. We worked these hours. It sucked. It was hard. But when we saw the final product, it was like validating. But some of us really wish we had that time back. It's like, oh man, like the section that are happy that it's like, okay, that fucking sucked, but look at what we've created.
At least it was a 10 out of 10. Yeah.
The people that left, you know what I mean? They're like, I can't do this, and had to leave. That is rough because like, oh
it's
man,
like over
100
people
to leave
left,
the job.
Yeah.
Because it's just how frustrating it can be. And keep in mind, like a movie will be filmed within like maybe 8 months at the most. This was being animated since 2019.
And apparently what happened with this movie was that like Lord and Miller were so particular on completing the story and finishing that the way it was, that a lot of these animators were hired and then they had no work for like a year while they were finishing the script, and then they were like, "Oh, hey, here's everything."
Everything, yeah, go.
Yeah. You have 2 years.
The first draft of the movie was very much a story about Miles and his mom, and even then, little things changed. Like the scene where Miles' parents meet Gwen. I followed pretty much every artist on this movie.
I
Who
thought the
said
same
it?
thing. I was like, who? I don't know. It's like,
Where, where are you?
Okay, let me
So
try.
the
They said-
Deadline
well, I
article
think-
I read this from.
But
because you have to
as I
think
was
about the fact
saying-
that they wrote it as one movie, then they eventually had to split it into two. Like that must have, for the animators, they were like, all right, we're getting ready, and then they were like, actually, we got another movie. We're rewriting this, and like, oh, all right, I guess we're still waiting. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, the source is an artist named Patrick O'Keefe. And
What
his
did he
quote
say?
is, I guess we should start at the beginning before we even had a full script or a villain or other verses. We knew the Spider-Verse movie was going to be a story about family and the struggle between both a son and a Spider-Man. And
It's got nothing. That's not what you said. You said it was a movie about Miles and his mom.
Moving on to the next one. Miles and Rio were the two main characters of this film. Here's a painting exploring their relationship, and it's a picture of them shopping together. Which ended up, that's clearly.
I don't think that. I do not believe for 1 second that the movie was going to be the movie called Spider-Man.
He's a snake.
Across the Spider-Verse was about Miles and his mum shopping.
Well, this was before it was called Across the Spider-Verse. But another thing, like when
it was always called, it was Cross the Spider-Verse Part 1 and Part 2. What?
This was that was revealed in like 2021. This is 2019.
Spider-Man Miles goes shopping. Like what? No. I don't believe it. I don't believe that it was ever going to be not a Spider-Verse movie.
Spider-Man.
I'm sorry.
Like the scene where Miles and Gwen, like when Gwen meets Miles' parents, that was originally a scene that was going to be in a greenhouse. It wasn't going to be in the well.
I saw that.
There are changes here and there. Yeah,
but that's not a big them having the exact same conversation.
Like,
so when they talk on top of the building.
By my first name. Okay.
Well, did you just call it a well?
What is a watering well? The things in Daredevil comics,
Oh my god, the water.
The water tank.
I
don't know. I've never seen one.
Well,
I've never
I was
seen
thinking
one.
of Miles looking up and his parents are looking down the well. I was like, what are you talking about? It's a water tower.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Those things in Daredevil.
But that's not a major. Them having the exact same conversation, but in like slightly different locations.
Yeah. I was like, is that one of those other versions?
Like, I mean,
of
the
movies
thing
that's out there. The version you saw.
yeah, exactly. That is literally what I was about to say. That is literally what I was about to say. Is that apparently they were working on this movie like so close up until it released, to the point where then they just have clearly made two different versions that are
crazy too,
very minorly different,
dude.
And it's very interesting.
Did either of you like that?
It is crazy.
Did you?
What's the version that comes out on home video? That's what I wonder.
Did you notice it in theaters? Because the first time I saw it, I remember seeing I was thinking about the lines or whatever. And the second time I saw it, I remember specifically the line where Ben is choking Miles, and he's got two different lines. The first time I saw it, he said, "I'm choking you out in my well-defined bicep."
That's what I heard.
And then the second time I saw the movie, I was like, "Oh, he's gonna say that again." I like that line. That's funny. And then he says, "This is called the constrictor," and I was like, "Did I make that line up?" Like, I was so confused. I was like, "Did I not hear that properly?"
Yeah,
you know,
I had the first one for sure.
I saw it 3 times. I had the first one all 3 times.
No, I've seen both versions, I guess, technically, because especially the second time I saw it, and Lila does the selfie with Miguel
with the bunny ears
selfie.
Yeah. I remember thinking, that's funny. How did I not remember that? But it wasn't there the first time I saw it. So weird. So weird.
Yeah. Should we talk Green Arrow real quick?
What version comes out on home? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because it's not that different.
I don't know.
Is there no one
use both versions? Then get a pick. You get to choose.
Oh, jeez. Tyler, you opened that right by your mic. It just sounded like you're ripping paper. I'm like, what are you
just rip the book in half. This is what I think Green Arrow.
It's good. It's good to have Oliver back.
I feel like nothing much happened in this issue, but it was good.
This was nice.
It was all right. No, it was nice. It was nice. It was nice. I liked it.
I liked it a lot. The whole book in general is just very, very good.
We didn't really talk about comics last week, or when was last week? When we did the Flash review. Should we do some comics from then as well?
I mean, I could just pull up my poll list and just be like, "This."
Did you guys read Ultimate Invasion?
No.
Ultimate Invasion. Oh, I did. I said the right thing. You guys went so silent. I was like,
yeah,
I say the wrong thing.
It's exactly.
Oh yeah.
No, you said the right thing.
Why did you guys read it?
Because I've been reading I was too busy reading Cataclysm.
What about you, Hunter?
I didn't read
The
it.
book sucks.
Ay. What about the Hulk? Did you read the Hulk?
No, I'm not gonna read that just because my pull list is too big.
Dios mío. What about the Avengers?
Yes.
Avengers was good.
Avengers was great.
This Avengers issue was actually really good.
Avengers issue 2 by Jeff McKay.
What about? Did you read Titans? Oh! What are we doing? We gotta talk about this. Did you read this? We gotta talk about this.
Yes, that
First
was
person
fantastic.
Nightwing issue.
We haven't. I don't think I have it with me.
Say that word again.
I said, do I have the issue on?
No, you said it was fantastic.
Oh, I see. Yes, no, it was.
Can I interrupt?
It's such a cool idea. The cast of The Office are in it.
We had a comment on Timmy's talk, which go watch Timmy's talk if you're watching this and you haven't watched Timmy's talk yet. It's back. But we had someone called Crashy 2098 say, "No Timbits, unsubbed," and then 10 minutes later they wrote, "Never mind, I saw them at the end, resubbed."
Yeah, I ordered.
Oh my god, the cast of The Office are in this fucking book.
Yeah, do you not notice?
What?
No, I didn't notice
it's
that.
when he jumps through the office.
Oh my god, look at Jim. Look at Jim.
Mr. Fantastic?
Right there's Jim, but it's him right there.
Yeah.
He's Jimming at us because we're Nightwing.
Stanley's like bored.
Stanley is right there. Yeah, that's so weird. Stan Lee is right there. Yeah, this is so weird. Phyllis, where's Phyllis? That's so odd. I did not notice that before.
I caught it right away. I'm like, that's Jim Help.
Oh my god, yeah, and there's fucking what's his name?
Michael Scott.
Daryl.
No. Daryl, yeah, Daryl. And then there's BJ Novak, who played Alistair Smythe in Amazing Spider-Man 2, his most famous role.
Ryan.
Temp Ryan. Yeah, great issue. I thought it was a great issue.
It's super unique. It's really cool. That's the best page.
You think that's the best page?
I think so.
It is a good page. Sure. I'll give it to you.
It's a cool idea. It's gonna win an Eisner. Like,
it's you know what I think it is actually, and I'm not saying this in a bad way. It's Eisner bait. People say movies are Oscar bait. This is definitely Eisner bait.
Oh, it is.
I was just thinking that. Yeah.
But it's good though. It will win it because it kind of deserves it, at least for the art. I mean, Tom Taylor is not doing anything special in this issue, writing wise.
No.
But the art is, I mean, it's unreal.
Yeah, it's very, very good. Yeah, going back to Avengers real quick. Avengers was great. It's like a small story that just tells, can the Avengers save 1,000 people that they know are going to die today? And it's just them doing that, and it's really entertaining.
Kang is like trying to bargain with the Avengers, and he's like, "Here's the deal. Listen to me, and I'll give you like the names of 1,000 people that are going to die today, and you can go save them. But I'll only tell you if you listen to like what I have to say." And he's like, and they're like, "Well, like I guess we have to listen to what you have to say." And then, it's cool. Yeah.
And after they're done saving, Carol just waits for him to.
And Kang doesn't really say anything anyway. So,
speaking of Kang, is Jonathan Majors sticking around in the MCU by the looks of it?
I think we should wait until more comes out.
Yeah.
I personally 100% agree with you, Tyler.
Okay,
but for sake of conversation, what does it mean?
Well, we don't know.
We don't know what it means. We have to wait until more comes out.
I think he's fine. I think they're going to keep him 100%.
We'll see.
I think they're going to full steam again. Yeah, you guys are great at podcasts. I like this. Yeah.
I just don't know. We don't have much to say. We don't really know.
I don't know. Say anything. Half the time Hunter says something.
I'm saying something is I'm saying we don't know.
Do you know how many times Hunter makes a joke and I laugh and it's not that funny? I just do it to keep the podcast going. No, okay. I didn't want to reveal that on the show, but that's a typical podcast thing. You got
another apology. I want a real apology.
I'm gonna do another one. Hang
on. Miles Morales just finished his Carnage crossover.
I don't like the suit.
He got an Iron Spider suit at the end.
Yeah, it does look bad.
It's just a black and gold.
I mean, I guess it doesn't look bad. It just looks whatever. It's like the end of the Spider-Man game, the anti.
Yeah.
We're just like,
okay. The noise you heard earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, that was painful.
I didn't like that.
Yeah.
Are you reading Guardians of the Galaxy still?
Yes, it's over here as well.
But it's kind of mid.
This fucking shit was fucking awesome. It was nasty. Oh my god, this issue is gross. I gotta show you the way that the Nick Klein portrays Bruce becoming the Hulk. It's unlike any way I've ever seen it before. Look at this. This panel of his teeth and his face just expanding is so nasty. I've never seen the Hulk portrayed like this before.
Well, it's
But
like that's like
panel
Immortal
right
Hulk.
there is sick. I love that panel. Like, this is probably like 10 pages in, but I was like, okay, they got me. Like, I'm gonna be reading this book monthly now. That is sick. I love it. I just think that's so nasty.
Oh, they used to be Harper when his Wi-Fi didn't work every time he'd freeze
and just scream.
His eyes would
it's actually really good. I would definitely say you should.
It looks like the werewolf transformation.
That is very similar to Immortal Hulk transformations, because those were like creepy.
Yeah, but this is like, I mean, I'm not obviously Immortal Hulk was body horror, so this is
the craziest transformation I've seen was in Immortal Hulk when Bruce Banner like goes down his knees, he opens his mouth, and you see Hulk's fingers coming out of his mouth.
Yeah,
and rips the skin. Yeah,
so sick. I love that they've completely turned the Hulk into like a horror book now.
Yeah,
like
that is cool.
Immortal Hulk was horror. Donny Cates took over and he did whatever the fuck he wanted to do, and now he's gone. And so now we're back to horror. This is how the Hulk should be, I think, because he's Frankenstein. He's Frankenstein's monster. That was the whole point. Was he's like a big monster?
Yeah, I do like. Maybe I will pick it up. Because man, maybe I will. Because
I know. And you said, "Is it?" like sarcastically, but this line right here, Phil Kennedy Johnson saying, "Hulk is a monster." I mean, it's like that is the point.
I just like Tyler, you saying the Hulk is a big monster. Like, I've never thought about that before.
Like, it's a revelation. I mean, look what the cover says. The cover says the age of monsters has begun. That's what this arc is called. It's basically like there's this goddess of monsters, and she's like the god of like Man Thing and Dracula and the Mummy and the Moloids and Ghost Rider. She's the queen of monsters, and she's like, we're gonna kill the Hulk because he's the most powerful monster.
How does Ghost Rider fit in with those?
Yeah,
I don't know.
That doesn't really work.
Demons, monsters, I don't know. But yeah,
that's not the same shit, is it? Werewolf by Night,
probably.
Yeah, that'll make more sense. Yeah,
Ghost Rider.
That was kind of out of place.
Yeah, it was funny that as soon as Tyler said it, Hunter and I both frowned, like, hacked out.
She says, I'll just read what she says. Hear me, terrors of earth, all who hide. This is a that's great for the video. She says, hear me, terrors of earth, all who hide from the sun within the shadow and dream, and dwell in cave and river and well in tomb, all men who name monster, any allegiance you once owed is ended. I command you by the will of the once and future ruler of earth, the almighty mother of horrors, seek out the fractured sun, the one they call the Hulk. She's just like, the Hulk is our fucked up monster. He's the most fucked up monster we have, and we're gonna kill him because he's fucked up. And he's making all of us monsters look bad.
Bro, onto nothing.
Harper, you like lagged a lot there.
We've got none of that sentence.
Oh, is that what you're doing?
Yeah, you sound like a robot.
I said, what is blood yabbering about?
But it was like,
it's really good. I would say read it.
Okay, maybe I'll check it. I'll go to my
first issue.
I work in an area with a comic shop, so maybe I'll go see if they have it, because I know my local one sold out. So.
Sold out.
Really? Look at me, Mister. I have a job.
That's pretty good.
Don't read them.
What about? Did you read Titans?
No, I never picked up Titans.
Oh, right. You decided not to.
Yeah.
Let me think. Was this a good issue? I'm trying to remember. Oh, yes. There was something weird in this book. There was another Tom Taylor thing that really like annoyed me. But Brother Blood goes on TV and he's like, "We're gonna be the what's it called? The Westboro Baptist Church, and we're gonna be all hateful and whatnot." And guess who we got on our team? Aqualad.
Oh, okay.
What?
Yeah, look at that. They're like, bruh.
Oh,
it's the boys. They're doing the boys.
Yeah.
These boys says, "Oh, what the actual hell?" Yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
Oh, Batman's a fascist, but based off the back of that book.
In Green Arrow, I just wanted to mention after watching Peacemaker, I kind of like Peacemaker in this comic. I think
Yeah,
I
well,
just
you
hear John Cena.
right?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just hear John Cena.
He talks like John Cena in this book when he's like, "Well, I'll fight you, bro."
Yeah,
or whatever he says. Yeah,
like he headbutts Arsenal, and Arsenal's like, "Did you just headbutt me?" He goes, "What do you think the big old helmet is for, bro?"
he's like a weird jock douche.
Yeah, basically.
And the panel is him doing this.
Yeah.
What do you think the helmet's for, bro?
Parallax at the end,
which was weird.
I mean, they're in a future, so I guess.
No, I know, but it was still interesting.
Yeah.
Hal meeting Parallax. When was the last time they hung out? They hung out back
Ollie.
when Parallax died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Most comics are good. Read some comics.
Are good.
I don't know what's out next week, but we'll be sure to review those on a regular episode again.
They get this again. They're bringing these back. Mad
oh
magazine.
My god, really?
Something with them, yeah.
Pick up on all the stupidity with Mad magazine. It's snot rocket science.
So JD will be reviewing that when he's back on the show.
I think JD's writing this.
That Junkyard Joe.
Yeah. But yeah,
I saw the trade to Junkyard Joe yesterday.
That's kind of where we take our leave. So
we have it. Yeah, we don't have it. Oh wow, that's a good. Oh, that's that show. I hear it's pretty good.
Yeah,
it comes out next week. This week.
I heard pretty good.
Oh,
things.
next week.
It's next Thursday.
It's a week from today. Yeah,
perchance.
I heard I heard pretty good, and I'm sure
good reviews. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
Gonna love it.
I like the anime style.
and because they haven't read Ultimate Invasion, it was really, really, really good.
Yeah,
like, it was really.
Yeah,
awesome.
I'm excited.
I'll get it.
Care if I spoil it?
You can spoil it.
All right. So the Maker shows up.
So the Maker, yeah, maybe I don't want to hear this.
Yeah, like
really? I don't want to hear this. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll go into the broad strokes, right? We know that the Maker is trying to go to the Ultimate Universe. You don't want to hear any of it, huh?
Not really.
I don't know. What
just lay some thickness on it. Yeah.
No, it's this whole thing is all spoilers. I mean,
yeah,
that's what this is. Did you see the thing I sent in the chat yesterday? I said this in the chat yesterday, so I'm going to say it again on the podcast. But the Maker creates a new Ultimate Universe.
I saw that on Reddit. So I guess
Earth
not really
6160. That's the Earth.
Yeah,
I thought it was fucking awesome. I was geeking because you turn the page. It says Earth 6160 epilogue, and it's new Ultimate Peter Parker.
It's
new Ultimate Peter Parker. I was like, holy shit, there he is. That's our new Peter Parker. And he's at the lab. He's with Liz Allen. He's gonna get bit by the spider.
Damn.
Who stops him? Dun dun dun. Someone broke a canon event. And why? The Maker. Why is he not letting superheroes be born? That's the twist. So we'll see next week or next month.
Interesting.
Whenever. But there's a new Ultimate Universe right now.
That does feel like a spoiler.
Yeah, that was pretty big.
I said, how long is it going to last?
How long does it last? Probably as long as the last one did. I don't know.
It's like 20 years.
I don't think
that was like
that
was not 20 years. That was like a good 14, 15, maybe. We'll probably get that. I think it's awesome though. I'm excited for the idea of a new Ultimate Spider-Man. I'm so excited.
I don't think this new universe is going to be like ongoing like that. I assume it's going to be the Maker fucks it up and then they somehow.
No, it will be ongoing. They said it will be. They're making a new.
Is it going to be this one that he's made, or is it going to? Are they going to somehow?
I mean, I don't know, but there's gonna be a new Ultimate Universe, whatever it is, if it's 1610 or 6160, and I'm really excited. I don't think they'll do every book. I don't think they'll do Ultimate whatever they go up to, nonsense.
That's big of an.
But they'll do Ultimates. They'll do Fantastic Four. They'll do X-Men. They'll do Spider-Man. And I think that'll be it, and that's good enough, right? I think new Ultimate Spider-Man, I will read that day one. I want to know the writer. I want to know who's doing it. I want to see it happen.
Donny Cates,
please. Maybe.
Please.
This has a big thank you to Donny Cates in it, so maybe.
Okay.
I am curious to see
that would
how
be so cool.
Obviously, this is going to be the only book, it seems, in history that's actually going to talk about 1610 and what's going on ever since Bendis went, it's back, and then no one
they explain it in this. They kind of do.
They do.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
No, I know. I'm just gonna look at the book again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's exciting.
Well, yeah, we'll check it out. Maybe Harper and I will read it by the time next podcast is out. And
Miles
we'll
does
give our
say in
thoughts
this
on
book,
it.
by the way, he does go, nah, I'm good. He goes, nah, like in the movie.
Okay.
Dude, I love him growing up in, but like he seems to be like the only character I've read in a minute that is actually like growing up relatively.
He's grown up.
Like
he was
like,
that's what I mean
when he got bit.
13.
But he's such a kid at the start, and then the 1 year time jump, and he's older, and then in the second Bender series, he's a little bit older. And
they
know
gotta
that
send him to college soon is the issue.
He's a little bit old.
They're really aging
like
him.
I like that.
It's great though.
So cool.
It's
fun. So cool.
I
love
it. I didn't read Ultimate Invasion yet because of the binge I'm on. So
oh, I see. Yeah,
I'm hoping
might spoil a little bit of mine.
I'm so happy that
stuff,
Hickman's doing this, man. This is like a Hickman thing since Hawks and Pox. It's just these big pages with info on them. I like it.
I was gonna say I get the nostalgia of those. Let's go.
The nostalgia of what? What were you gonna say?
The
Harper, I think you're done. I'm gonna be the bartender who's taking your drink away.
Blah blah blah, and then like a fucking did it fucking cut out again? I'm actually gonna lose my fucking shit with this fucking computer.
The Incredible
Fuck's
Hulk.
sake, fucking cunt of a thing. You fucking dog. Fuck you.
You're back.
Fucking need to buy a fucking new laptop.
You really blaming the dog?
Sake.
Wow.
Fuck.
All right. Well,
cool.
Thanks for listening. We'll be back after we're having technical difficulties here.
$8, $9.
But yeah, we'll join us next week, and Harper's gonna recreate a Joker scene. Me being my last name Murray, so we're gonna have to end this right
Figure
here.
that out, yeah.
Yeah.
Your dog is standing like.
I'm about to fucking leave Schreiber Kingpin my fucking
I
laptop. I'm just double fist fucking break the fucking.
Why don't
thing.
you just your laptop?
No, I don't have that power.
You don't have that power,
man. No, I don't have venom powers. I just have punches.
Hey, well, thanks for listening, and as we all know, we can't.
So no, anyway, but I really like the nostalgia of those white pages. You know, the white pages Jonathan Hickman does with like the text on it says Earth, blah blah blah, and it's like, oh, it's like the interim page. I like that shit. Gets me hard.
Okay.